Hi, this is Ani. I'm Ani Day Trades on StockTwits and Twitter, and my name is daytradingwithani.com. That is my blog name, that is. And this recording will be attached to my today's article on Netflix on the blog, and also will be posted on YouTube channel under daytradingwithani.com. As you can see, today was a big drop in Netflix, and the reason attributed to the fact that Icon sold about $3 million worth of shares, which he has invested since, let's see, since last year sometime at 58. Now, it's obviously it went way up here, and when once it does, we all take things off the table, and that makes sense to me. But of course, with the media hype, it really drove these shares down quite a bit, all the way down to 310 for today. Now, the real story behind this Icon sell-off is that he's been selling all the way up, and he's right now holding about 4% or 4.75% shares of his investment still. So it's not like he dropped it like a hot balloon or hot potato, as if he doesn't want it anymore. It's really taking, I mean, that's a huge gain, something like 457%. I'm not sure if I remember that correctly, but he still has a position in Netflix. In other words, it seems to me he's still a believer in it. But we all expect a pullback when there's such a huge run up. And if we study this history, like I have in Netflix, then you will see that right here it started moving up and started making these nice little formations, what I called clouds, and I wrote about them on my blog and followed this up to this previous high to about 304, and then when it started moving back down and losing this, instead of recovering from this M formation, then it was time to get out of it. And there, right there, is where your bottom is. When ICANN bought it, he's bought it at about 58, and nobody reacted because there's a lot of shorts here, and they were all still bashing it. All along the way up this way, also, there was a lot of short interest in Netflix. So this history certainly matches this history because the shorts were still relentless about Netflix. Right here at this is where it gapped up at these earnings, and the outlook, which was very positive, it gapped up. It probably washed out a lot of shorts there. And then as it started moving further up in this channel, then there were more and more short interest in it, and people kept being washed out. Right here, though, yesterday at earnings is, I think, was the ultimate washout. If you're taking a look at the 1 minute chart, what happened yesterday, you can see after announcement it went ballistic all the way up to 396, 397, almost 397. It didn't quite make it after open today. It made it to 389 and change instead. So anyone who got into these shares up here were really the losers at the open today. And because if they hung on to, especially back down to the 50% mark that I talk about so often with these long candles, always look for a 50% support. If it does not give it, then let it go, because most likely it will drop down. So there is where it dropped even more severely, and it never recovered. You can see that yesterday's basically most of the day's sideways bottom here, the support area was of no use, and this area right there, it was given up also, and the 310 happened. Here we had a short washout. Anyone who with shorts, obviously big holdings of shorts, probably would have been wanting to get out of here at the earnings announcement if they didn't get out before. I also advocate cash. before earnings announcements. You can hold a very little bit, but not everything is my motto. But if you were to short, of course, you're a very happy camper today if you got in short at any time on the way down, then you were the winner today. But what does this mean for the longer term? Let's take a look at back on the daily here, and notice that where this stop today is about the 322. Yeah, 322 area. And if you take a closer look, then we'll be saying that this is a support area right there, and the following, the one below that, will be around the 310 and the 300 area. And if it loses that, then it will probably get back down to, I went a little bit too far out. It'll probably, oops, further out, probably go back down to, in this region, the 280, but the 290 looks pretty good. Now, despite of all this, what you have to really look at is what kind of company is Netflix, and Netflix certainly hasn't disappointed its investors over this longer term. So why even if you were in down here or anywhere along here, you really haven't given anything back on this, because before the announcement you were at 355 and now it's at 322. So it's really a normal pullback in that case. Now if the shorts try to drive this further down, I think there'll be enough smart people on this to start noticing that things could be worse, and this is where about the 271, 272 is where I'd be looking for a possible reversal if that happens. So right now this is on a watch, day trading opportunity one way or the other. Breakout, of course, once again, watch this 50% mark, and that's about the 355, but the breakout watch would be around the 337, and then very cautious all the way up to 355 if it happens. Okay, so let's trade it well and carefully as always, and good luck in the markets. It's always a battle, and well, that's what keeps it interesting. Bye bye.